everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The month started out with all sorts of stories and conflicts ramping up, and they all fizzled out with little to no drama. Such a disappointment when there was so much potential. In story after story, the writer's choices flirted with, and then turned away from, golden opportunities for soapy drama. Ashley's story may prove to be the exception, but it's yet to peak. Overall grade, C, and that's being generous, and is largely based on the lead-up to plots that later petered out. The choice to play this off-screen is a puzzling one. Why bother if you're not going to integrate the kid back into the canvas and show us how OCD is affecting his life and the lives of his loved ones? Mark Grossman and Melissa Claire Egan can tug at the heartstrings with the best of them, but there's a limit to how invested we feel when it's all tell, no show. There is value in using this story to bring awareness and to educate, but half-assing this plot has led to many viewers hitting fast forward, which defeats the purpose of telling the story in the first place. With Chelsea and Adam leaving to spend time visiting Connor, I have to wonder if this was partly engineered to enable the actors to have some time off. What was the point of Victor taking Jordan captive if he wasn't going to be allowed to use her in a revenge scheme against Jack? It was all set up perfectly. He kept alluding to having a plan for her, and then it was like the writer got cold feet. After Cole found Jordan, the potential for drama sunk faster than she did when they chloroformed her. What a letdown to have her simply wind up back in prison. In Related, I got a huge kick out of Cole slinging those concrete cinder blocks around with one arm. Anyway, there's still a chance for a payoff here if Jordan manages to escape maximum security, wreaks more havoc, and Victor's family find out he was lying all along and is indirectly responsible for yet another go-round with the psycho. Another fizzle. Summer had good reason to doubt her new cousin, and there was loads of potential drama to be mined in an ongoing rivalry, especially if they'd written Claire with some layers. But overnight, we were foisted into another of the writer's kumbaya moments. Summer also settled her issues with Sally in record time, so as to enable another job swap. Where's the soap opera in this? People don't just flip a switch on how they feel. Show us how Summer got there. Meanwhile, Claire, a character with so much potential to be complex and interesting, has been reduced to a one-dimensional Mary Poppins. Find out why this front-burner story's been a flop for fans here. Looking ahead, the preview hints at Kyle having feelings for Claire. Perhaps that will reignite her rivalry with Summer. Yeah, they don't have one. Either of them. In May sweeps. What the actual $? This is one of the big battles brewing. I'm guessing Devin and Lily are going to be made to look like villains for trying to unmerge the companies while Jill's fighting heart disease. Even though they aren't aware, I'm preparing for a lot more scenes of Billy butting heads and bickering with the Winters siblings. I can appreciate that there's an emotional element to the story now, but it's hard to know what we're supposed to be looking forward to here. For me, it's the slim possibility that they might actually unmerge, and we can move on to new stories for these characters. Something I did appreciate was the shout-out to Jill's brother in the dialogue. Find out more about Snapper Foster here. When Diane told Jack it was difficult to watch him prioritize his ex, and to worry about him slipping up, it was hard to argue her logic. Jack, of course, couldn't see the forest for the trees, and she had to threaten to leave to get him to wise up. Being of the opinion that he was a terrible choice as Nikki's sponsor in the first place, I was fine with him refusing to continue. That said, the writing is on the wall for him to have resentment toward his wife. Adding to that, I think Jack's about to have his hands full dealing with Kyle and Diane's feud at Jibboat, which is the second big battle brewing on the soap. I fully expect Ole Smillan to remain clueless to the point where he drives his hair away, or Diane takes the company out from under him. As Victor pointed out, she's a viper, and her true colors will show through. It's a matter of when, not if. Another mess story. Kudos to Audra for actually doing something by traveling to Paris to take meetings behind Tucker's back. But one has to wonder why she feels entitled to his company. I'm sure the whole thing is just a means of putting McCall in Paris to be part of Ashley's story. After this, I'm not sure what the writers will do with Audra.